Hi guys, it's that time. It's our Bible teaching snippet of the day. Now, my last teaching snippet, I talked a lot about the Abrahamic covenant and God working through the laws of Moses so he could get us to Jesus and into the new covenant. Today I want to talk a little bit about the Moses law. You know, the church system, religious system, teaches us the do's and the don'ts, and that's what the Moses law really is. Did you know the Moses law was an agreement that God made with Moses, and all the people agreed to it as well, by the way. And they said, you tell us what you want, we're going to do that. But the way the Moses law was set up, it was a do good, get good, do bad, get bad, okay? God's agreement was with them was based on their actions and their actions alone. If you do some good things, God can give you some good things. But if you do some bad things, then you're going to get some bad results from that. So let's talk a little bit more, because I want you to understand something. That research shows that less than 5% of all believers that go to church can actually tell you what the Ten Commandments are. I'm thinking that when God said that I would write my laws upon their heart, basically we would know right or wrong instinctively because God is in us now, that if the Ten Commandments was that important, I bet you that more believers could just spout those off to you. But I don't think it's that important to God that we know them, because He is leading us and guiding us on how to live through His Spirit now. But I do want to talk about a comment that I made. I said that you could keep all 10 of the commandments, but not keep the 2 that Jesus said that we had to live by, that we should live by, okay? But if you kept those 2 that Jesus said that we should keep, all 10 of them will be kept and you won't break the law. Now, I want to talk about that because I like to explain that. That can get just a little bit hard to understand. So let's start with where Jesus talked about the 2 commands, okay? This is in Matthew 22, verses 37 through 40. And again, it's in red. Jesus answered, and He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. This is the first and most important command. And the second command is like the first. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. I like this part. Listen. All the law, that's the Mosaic law, and the writings of the prophets, that means the Old Testament, depend and hang on these 2 commands. Okay. Now, I want to go over to the 10 Commandments, because I told you you could keep all 10 of them, but not even touch on the other 2. Watch this. So the 10 Commandments is don't have any other gods. It doesn't say anything about loving God. It just says don't have other gods. No graven images or likenesses. You can do that and still not love God. You can just stay away from that, not break that one. It says thou shalt not take the Lord's in vain. Did you know that I know people that are atheists that don't cuss, and they don't talk bad about God? They just live as if there isn't one. Got to keep moving. Remember the Sabbath. You can go to church every Sunday, but never love God or love your neighbor. Honor thy father and mother. Did you know you can love your mother and father and honor them, but not love God, not love other people? Here you go. Thou shalt not kill. You cannot kill people, but you still may not love God or other people. You just haven't killed anybody. Thou shalt not commit adultery. You may not cheat on your husband or your wife, but you still don't have to love God or your neighbor. Here you go. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. That means tell lies on people, by the way. Thou shalt not covet. That means to want what other people have. Did you know that you cannot break any of the 10 commandments that I just read off to you, but still in your heart you don't love God and you don't love other people? See, it didn't make you right. It didn't make the old Mosaic law, those commandments, never made a person right. It only controlled their actions toward other people, okay? And toward God. It only kept people from going too far out of the way. Now, let's keep moving, because now watch this. If you keep the other two and you love God with all your heart and your soul and mind, and you love other people as yourself, watch this. You're not going to have another God before God, and you're not going to have a bunch of images and graven likenesses, which is idols and stuff, because you love God too much to do that. And then you won't talk bad about God and use profanity with His name mixed in it. You'll remember the Sabbath because you love God. If you love God and love others the way you love yourself, you'll honor your mom and dad. You're automatically not going to kill people. Did you know you're not going to sleep with your neighbor and hurt the spouse of that neighbor or your own spouse, because you love those people as you love yourself? Keep going. You won't steal from somebody. Did you know if I love you, I'm not going to break into your house and steal stuff from you? I won't bear false witness. I'm not going to lie about you if I love you. And if I love God, I'm not going to do any of this. And the last one here says, thou shalt not covet. Did you know that I'm not going to be figuring up ways to take what you've got and in my mind figuring out, man, I wish I could just have her car. No, I'm going to be joyful and happy that you have your beautiful car or whatever it is that you love. And I'm going to be happy for you because I love you. All right, guys, so I might have belabored on this a little bit, but I did want you to understand exactly what I meant, that you could keep the 10 commandments and still not love God and love people. But you cannot, no way whatsoever, if you love God and you love other people, it gets really, really easy not to break the 10. So God bless you, and I'm going to see you again the next time I do a snippet. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.